Okay, hello and welcome to the big NDTV poll of exit poll specials with me and my colleague Vishnu Shom, where the numbers are in and the average poll of polls is showing the BJP romping to power for a record fourth consecutive term in Gujarat and may just be holding on to Himachal Pradesh, Vishnu. So that's the big story and the national implications of it we're going to be decoding tonight.
The BJP, in fact, said to break its record in Gujarat. I mean, it appears quite clear now. It is a poll of polls. We don't do exit polls ourselves, but the BJP, after 27 years, will be coming back to power. And how? So just in terms of a broad number, the magic mark in Gujarat, the number a party needs to form the government, 92. The poll of polls puts the BJP at 131. And if you thought the Aadmi party was going to be a strong number 2, well, think again and we'll tell you why. Himachal Pradesh, the magic mark, 35. It's pretty much even Stevens right now. The poll of polls indicates 33, the Congress 31. It is close, so a commendable
BJP 33,
fight back.
Congress 31.
A commendable performance by the Congress. But the Aadmi party, it appears, wiped out. But if there's one election where they've not been wiped out at all, that's the MCD election, the Municipal Corporation of Delhi election, which became sort of an area of national interest where they seem to have done really well. Basu.
Look at that figure actually. The AAP has swept the MCD election, and as Vishnu said, it became almost like a kind of national election to the extent that exit polls have been done on it and we as a national channel are reporting on it. But the big picture, frankly, tonight is that the BJP continues when it counts. The big elections, Gujarat, Himachal, state elections, the BJP continues its dominance, powered largely by the Modi effect. To hold on to power after 4 consecutive terms, Vishnu, is no small feat. And even Himachal, which as per the trend should have been flipped by the Congress because
they managed to
right,
likely,
they are right
narrowly
holding on. So it's really a big night for the BJP, with the Aadmi party getting some cheer in Delhi. So we'll get into all those numbers in just more detail as we go along. But let's now go across to our panel. We've got a great panel tonight. We've got Jayanaran Vyas, erstwhile with the BJP, who's now joined the Congress. We've got Dr. Nasir Hussain, Rajya Sabha MP of the Congress. Karuna Gopal, leader of the BJP, is with us. And we also have with us Abhinandita Mathur of the Aadmi party is also on the show tonight with us. So let me just start by asking you, Jayanaran Vyas, because you've seen many Gujarat elections, mostly from the other side of the fence. When you look at this number, Jayanaran Vyas, that it's a sweep, it's actually 131, if that's the average, if these exit polls are correct. That is an improvement over the BJP's highest tally, 127 in 2002. They've now crossed that. What is the reason here? You think this is just an amazing performance by the BJP? Or is this also because of the fact that the opposition vote may have got divided? That's actually something, Jayanaran Vyas, will just get you back in just a second. So let me put that question then to Nasir Hussain, actually, of the Congress. Because Nasir Hussain, as much as this is a big night for the BJP, this is turning out to be quite likely quite a disastrous night for you, that you are a distant second in Gujarat, a state which you ought to have won by now. In Himachal, again, a state you ought to have won. It's neck and neck. And of course, municipal elections in Delhi, nowhere on the ground. Nasir Hussain.
Well, Vasu, I think everyone expected Himachal to go to Congress, and going by the predictions that is there with you people now, I still feel that Himachal Congress will clear. The Congress will get enough seats to form the government there. I think we should be above 40 seats there. That's what our in-house understanding is. Gujarat, I know there were problems in Gujarat, there were problems in Gujarat Congress, and then Aam Aadmi factor was there. We tried to raise the issues there. Our manifesto had lots of things which concern the people of Gujarat there.
What are the problems? No, that's interesting. Nasir Hussain, you're actually conceding that there were problems in the Gujarat Congress. Like what?
Hey, I would say that the campaign had not picked up there in the initial stages, and then when actually the momentum picked up, by the time I think Aam Aadmi Party had made a mark there, and
the fact of the matter is that the Aam Aadmi Party
was actually concentrating on our
Dr.
votes.
Hussain, the Aam Aadmi Party is not as much of a factor. The Aam Aadmi Party, if you look at the poll of polls, has done disastrously. So I'm not sure the Congress can say that the Aam Aadmi Party is the reason why they've not done well. You appear to have done considerably better than them, but still far short of the BJP.
And also, good, that's a very important point, because Nasir Hussain, you said that one of the reasons why is you said the campaigning of the Congress did not pick up. Why not? Why was your campaigning poor?
Initially, we thought we'll have a low-profile campaign. We thought we'll reach out to the voters. We'll not have a big stage campaigns kind of a thing, spending huge resources on all these big meetings and all. We thought we'll have a different kind of a campaign. We did have a different kind of a campaign. We did reach out to the voters. We had smaller meetings and large number of meetings.
Right.
Large number of meetings across Gujarat. And the issues that we tried to raise were actually discussed amongst the people. We raised the right issues. But what I see with the exit polls that are coming in different channels.
But Dr. Hussain, be honest with us.
Sharp division of votes between Congress and Aam Aadmi Party. That's what I was seeing.
No, but tell us something, sir.
23% to Congress, 23% to Aam Aadmi Party. That is putting up to 46%.
Right.
And the BJP is on the other hand getting 46%. That is what.
Okay, all right. Okay, so just one sec. Let me just go quickly across to Abhinandita Mathur. Abhinandita, I think the story of the Gujarat elections is as much the colossal failure, it appears, of the Aam Aadmi Party as it is the win, it appears, of the BJP. You said, I mean, your party representative said even a few hours back, no two ways about it, we are winning. Now, that may have been bluster at one level, but if you look at this poll of polls, you are nowhere in the scene. What explains that?
Well, we've worked very hard and we are in it to win it. So I would support my colleague, whoever said earlier that we will win. And I think that 2 days more to go and we will know. However, regardless of the seats and, you know, who wins and so on, I think that we are very, very delighted by our campaign. One, we have managed to actually raise issues that other parties would not otherwise. You know, can you imagine what kind of campaign this Gujarat election would have had if it wasn't for the Aam Aadmi Party? And, you know, the entire country is watching. We have also exposed the hypocrisy and the lies of, Mr. Modi's Gujarat model. I mean, it's, music to our ears.
But if you're winning 7 seats, as you're projected to, then you haven't done that, have you? I mean, you haven't done what you sought to do, nowhere close to it.
Okay, I can speak from experience. I have been on the ground for the last couple of months in Gujarat, and I don't think this estimate is accurate. I think that we will do much better than that.
Okay.
And I will say that, I truly that, and there is a fear. I don't know whether, people would openly be able to say who they voted for or who they are voting for. I think that we should give that some margin as well.
Okay, I think one of the interesting things, Vishnu, about these outcomes in Gujarat, because at the moment we've just been looking at the number of seats, we've been looking at seat share. We've not been looking at vote share. Vote share actually tells you whether the BJP has become more or less popular compared to last time. Right. And if you look at the vote share figures, Vishnu, across different polls, it's actually telling you a very interesting story. So you look at the Times Now vote share for the BJP, these are all projections. They're projecting a 48% vote share for the BJP, which is actually 1 percentage point lower than last time.
Right.
Last time was 49%. BJP has actually fallen. The opposition vote has got split 25% evenly between the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party, indicating that in all likelihood, if these numbers are correct, the BJP has dropped in popularity, but it has gained from 99 seats, it has gone to 130 seats.
Right.
So it's gained 30 seats and dropped a percentage point. So the real reason, or one of the reasons for its victory, could simply be a division of the opposition vote. Now, if you look at, and the other exits are also suggesting similar numbers. NewsX Jan Ki Baat says 44 to 49% vote share for the BJP, 28 to 32 for Congress and 12 to 19 for Aam Aadmi Party. Republic TV PMark also suggests 48.2% for the BJP, which is again a slight drop for the BJP compared to last time, 32% for Congress and 15% for Aam Aadmi Party. So, it's an interesting twist in the tail that you are actually losing the popular vote slightly.
By 1% after 27 years.
But you're gaining 30 seats because the opposition
has been
voted.
split.
Because earlier, Vishnu, BJP would get an average of about 50% of the vote and Congress would get 40%.
Right.
That was the average.
Yeah.
Now, that opposition vote is getting divided.
Sure.
So, even though your vote share is falling, you are still able to gain.
No,
And
but
I
the
think
point, Vasu, a 1% drop in the vote share for a party which has been there for 27 years is still relatively small.
No, it's still, as I said, it's still at the very outset, it's a remarkable performance to come back to par after so long. But what it suggests to you, Vishnu, is that in the event that the opposition vote was not divided, you may have actually had a very different outcome. So I think that's something which is an interesting kind of subscript to the story. Karuna Gopal, leader BJP, is with us. Karuna Gopal, how would you read this? Because as you look at the vote share numbers, because the headline, of course, is BJP comes back to power after 4 terms, you know, popular government, Modi factor. But actually, are you that popular? Popularity slightly falling. It's actually a divided opposition which is benefiting you.
I think I'd like to, I have a different opinion on this. I mean, if you look at the 2017 polls, in the rural votes, we just had a difference of 1% between Congress and BJP. Then when we moved to the semi-urban, we were 8% higher than Congress. And when we moved to urban, we were a whopping 25% more than Congress. So,
but Karunaji, just focus on, just focus on right now. We're just talking about the exits.
So with
vote share coming down, but seats going up.
Well, I think we have to wait and see. Our belief is that we will definitely have a better percentage of votes even this time, just as our seats are going to increase. Now, just to also tell you why perhaps this is happening, if we know that BJP is actually a learning machine. I mean, as a party, we always want to better our act, and our performance bar keeps increasing every now and then. Okay. And right from 1995, if you have seen, we have been bettering our act. For instance, the Congress had the formula, the KHAM formula, where they focused on Kshatriyas, Harijans, Adivasis, and Muslims. We broke that formula very successfully. Okay. And today we have, we have Adivasis with us, we have OBCs with us, and we have even Patels with us. Now, just to tell you, it is not appeasement policy. The thing is, we have looked at development. Just to give one example of Adivasis.
We'll come back to that. But you're saying that you're not fully buying, Vishnu, this vote share argument. They're saying they'll improve the vote share.
Sorry, I just wanted to bring in Jainarayan Vyas as well.
Yes.
You know, if you look at the voting turnout, not just in the first phase, but in the second phase as well, some would suggest that people didn't really want change, because there is one line of thinking that, and it's not the only line, mind you, that when people turn up in large numbers, it is because they want change. But if you look at the phase 2, in other words, today 93 seats went to the polls, the provisional turnout at just 59.2%, and the weighted turnout of the first and second phase is down 9.4% from last time to 61.2%. Is this not one indicator? And it is debatable, but couldn't this be seen as one indicator of the fact that people just didn't want change? Whatever change they wanted within the BJP.
Vishnu, being till recently with the BJP, I can tell you that one would need a bulldozer to change the BJP. The change this time you find, the second phase, almost 10%, close to that, less than 10%, is the votes that have gone down. And BJP, which is tom-tomming from the rooftops, their president, that we have page planning, we have page president, and we are all geared up. He started with 182 seats. He said we will win 182 out of 182. Last election, Amit Shah started with 150 plus and ended up with 99. So I think the assumption I would not buy. On the contrary, the voting share should not have gone down because BJP had all prepared for pushing up the voting.
Right.
And they have not succeeded. I have been in the field and I've seen absolutely non-enchanting BJP workers and most of them idling away.
No, but Jainaranji, this is the interesting thing that we were just discussing.
Yes.
Just now, moments ago, you would have heard that the general average of the vote share of the BJP, according to the exit polls, show that they may have actually slightly come down by about 1 percentage point compared to last time. But their seats have gone up from 99, average now is showing about 130 seats. So, they have dropped in vote, but gained in seats. Do you think that this could also be because the opposition vote got divided? Because that's what the vote share projections show.
When you have three-corner or multi-corner contest, somewhere the votes get divided. But to believe that the votes get divided, which would have otherwise gone to Congress only, is a gross misbelief.
Okay.
If people are in, see, number of places which were strongholds of BJP, votes divided might have gone to other party at the cost of BJP, and which is the reason you see the lower voting percentage in the metros also. But the villages were not interested, quite a few of the villages, you would not find as much kind of a glamour of BJP offices as one would have otherwise.
Okay.
I have fought 7 elections in a row,
Right.
but I have not found the kind of voter apathy as far as voting was concerned.
Okay.
Okay, just one second, Jainaranji. I just wanted to go across to Geeta ji, who's with us in the studio after a long time. Fortunately, COVID for now seems to be gone. Would you, if assuming the BJP does go ahead and win these elections, is it on the back of Modi himself, the Prime Minister himself? Is it his face? Or is it the fact that his model of governance and what the BJP has projected is what people actually believe in? Because one would suggest that the Aadmi party had a pretty interesting model themselves, something that's worked in Punjab, it's worked in Delhi. Has the BJP likely won Gujarat just because of the Modi factor?
Well, Vishnuji, definitely it is wonderful to be back at the studios after a very long time. And if we look at the Gujarat elections, definitely, see, Prime Minister, since this is his home state, and Gujarati Asmita definitely is something which every Gujarati feels that, the Prime Minister comes from his state. It is a very natural thing for any individual that if the Prime Minister belongs to their state, one feels a lot of, pride in it. Mm-hmm. That factor, and the Prime Minister per se, I mean, he is a very popular leader across the country, and being his home state, definitely, his impression is there. Yep. On the election and on the campaign over there. But along with it, it is also important to note that if you look at, I mean, we can say that almost a generation of, people in Gujarat, they have been seeing only BJP in the power, only one party in the power for the last 27 years.
I think the question being asked is that is the Prime Minister, he did 27 rallies, by the way, in Gujarat, which is almost a rally for every district.
Rahul Gandhi.
Compared to 2 for us, but Prime Minister had to campaign 27 times. Is that also, and we had actually Alok Vats, BJP on the previous panel saying that the Prime Minister saved the BJP, that the BJP performance in Gujarat did not necessarily merit a 4th term. It was carried on the back of the Prime Minister.
But it is also important to note that, how many political parties can take such a decision of deciding that, seeing that if there is a feeling within the population of anti-incumbency and thinking of changing, the whole cabinet, so that if a governance model has been there, and if that has to be,
that's an acknowledgement that the governance model has not worked.
See,
you only change the chief minister if something is not working, right?
No. What I am trying to say here is that for the last 27 years, there's a party which has been ruling over there. And just give me, just 1 minute. I want to put forth this point that time and again, because even with respect to Congress, because they are in a way main contenders over there. In 2017, where that was the peak of opposition at a time, because the Patidar Andolan was at the peak, and even some of the traders, like Surat, especially being an epicenter, there were also violence related to it. Even at that time, out of the 16 assembly seats, 15 went to BJP, even at that time. So, considering that, that was a time when, because of the, the three young Turks who were there in
losing. It was a gap of 10 seats, at the end of the day. Congress was at 77, you were at 99.
You see, what I am trying to say is that even at that time, they could, that they could pull through even in the district.
Geetaji, I wanted to go across to Karuna Karuna Gopal for just one question. Karuna, I think just to build on what Srinivasan was saying, the fact that the BJP has a leader like Narendra Modi allows them to actually sort of cover up any problems in their campaign by having him on a 3.5-hour roadshow, have him out even today. As he went out to vote, I was here earlier in the morning, he got out of his car, he walked a long way. The Congress has complained to the Election Commission about that. Is it because at some stage you felt that, we need to use the Modi factor more because the rest of the BJP in Gujarat may not be able to cut it?
Well, the Prime Minister is definitely a very, very powerful force for the party. And we take inspiration from the top leadership, and it always pays to demonstrate that we have a leader guiding the entire cadre. So it does make a world of a difference, and as Geetaji was saying, the Gujarati Asmita is certainly a very key factor. I mean, he's the son of the soil who's never had any kind of a taint on him so far.
But what do you make of the Congress complaint today when they said that the Prime Minister shouldn't have been, walking at length, campaigning essentially, going to vote, coming out, not getting into his car, going to his brother's house, coming out once again, and all of this televised, every moment of it. If this wasn't an election campaign, what was?
Yeah, Congress has kind of mastered the art of just blaming the others, but has not perfected its art. For instance, I was told by a few colleagues on the ground in Gujarat today, they said that if Bharat Jodo Yatra enters Gujarat, it will be counterproductive for Congress because he's going to end up saying something and we're going to really capitalize on whatever he says. So I'm just saying that Congress can say anything and get away, but that is not the truth.
Okay,
let's not proper.
Sorry?
All right.
We're getting...
Okay, right.
So let's just go across actually to Neerja Chaudhary for just a second, because she's joined us. And Neerja, you were also in Gujarat, I believe. When you look at what has happened, the exit polls, again, these are exit polls, is this broadly what you were seeing as well? And again, Neerja, as I said, this interesting data coming out of the exits, that the BJP's vote share may have either been stagnant or gone down a bit, but they've gained close to 30 seats over last time, indicating this possibility of a divided opposition vote versus some kind of amazing pro-BJP wave.
Look, there was, of course, it's a terrific achievement, only 1% drop after 27 years in power.
Yeah.
All said and done. And one has to look at why. But your question, this is the most nightmarish scenario that people were talking about, where the BJP could go up to 140 seats and the Congress could slump almost to half the poll percentage it polled last time, and the Aam Aadmi Party would gain at its expense, but not be able to, unless you reach a critical point, you don't get the seats. So this is exactly what we are seeing. The Aam Aadmi Party around 8, 9, 10, 11, whatever, and the Congress down to half its tally. And all those seats are mopped up by the BJP. So a triangular contest of the kind where we've seen where the Aam Aadmi Party took away the Congress's vote much more than the BJP's vote. And you saw a lot of, the lower classes and the lower castes and poorer people speak in favor of Arvind Kejriwal. Now, what is going to be the impact for 2024 is something that many in the BJP were worried about. Because, you had in 2013, 28 seats in Delhi, but 2015 you had it at 67. In Punjab, you had 2017, 20 seats to the AAP and a sweep this year.
But let me just ask you, let me just bring in one quick, Neetaji, I need to take a short break. But Srinivasan, I don't know if you noticed, the poll of polls for Himachal Pradesh is now 33-33. This doesn't at all mean it's going to be the result. But that's interesting. It turned out,
so obviously some more numbers have come in.
Yeah, and it's sort of 33-33.
Okay, so it's right down the middle. It's like a hung. Basically, it's right now showing a hung house.
Yeah.
And in fact, Vishnu, there's also breaking news coming in from our colleague Arvind Gunasekar that the Congress has deputed Bhupesh Baghel, Chhattisgarh Chief Minister, and Bhupinder Hooda, ex-Haryana CM, as observers for Himachal Pradesh to oversee formation of the government in the state. So
if it's a very close game, then you know what can happen.
Exactly. So Congress choosing to act for a change somewhat swiftly to try and send some firefighters to Himachal Pradesh. We'll take a short break at this point, but don't go away. Come back with much more.